Hi, my name is Sarah Belval, and today I'll be discussing interview strategy, the ethics of questioning, and how principals can gather essential information while staying within legal and ethical guidelines. Hiring is one of the most important responsibilities of a campus leader. Um, While it's easy to focus on the credentials or the experience, the real goal is to find someone who not only meets the qualifications but also fits into the culture and the goals of the campus as a whole and all of its stakeholders. So after I read through the article, 30 interview questions you probably shouldn't ask, I was kind of struck by how many questions seem really harmless on the surface, but can lead to legal and ethical concerns if the information is misused, even if it's, unconsciously. For example, asking somebody, do you have kids, might feel conversational, but it can introduce bias. So instead, making a point to reframe that as something more like, are you able to travel or work occasional overtime? It gets to the real concern, which is availability, without kind of overstepping that boundary. So as principals, we still need to gather meaningful information. Um, we need to know, can the person meet the physical and scheduling demands of the job? Will they commit long term? Are they collaborative team members? But we have to ask all of these questions thoughtfully so as not to overstep. So there's also an ethical layer here. I believe that using those tricky questions to get around the legal lines, like trying to infer a person's religion or age or family status, is misleading and really inappropriate. So this mirrors kind of what we've learned about pseudo decision making in the decision making article. Just like teachers feel frustrated when their input doesn't matter, candidates can feel disrespected when they're subtly manipulated, and that really starts to erode trust. So instead, I think that principals should lead interviews the same way that they lead their campuses, with transparency, fairness, and respect. This really means just asking clear, relevant questions. Something like, tell me about your classroom management philosophy. How do you handle conflict with colleagues? Or something like, what motivates you to stay in a school long term? So these kind of questions can not only give great insight into the candidate's fit for the campus, but they also uphold ethical standards. So really, at the end of the day, interviewing isn't just about avoiding lawsuits. It's about creating a culture of professionalism, trust, and respect from the very first interaction. Interviewing is about more than compliance. You should model the leadership type that you want to cultivate and lead with fairness, clarity, and ethics.